Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. This is a viewer requested video in which we're going to talk about why the narcissist is consistently inconsistent. I'm going to give you guys 5 reasons for that, okay? Number 1, they're liars. If somebody is lying, it's going to be hard to keep up that facade consistently because they're not who they say they are. They're not really going to do what they're going to do. They don't really have what they say they have. That situation didn't really occur. So when you have all these lies and confusions going on, of course it's going to be hard for that person to be consistent. And when they're consistently lying, yeah, they're going to be consistently inconsistent with that because of it. Okay, guys? Number 2 on here, because they're manipulators. They're manipulators. So if I'm trying to manipulate a situation, I'm constantly adjusting to manipulate this situation. Oh, now this happens, so now I got to act this way to manipulate that. So they're constantly bouncing around in their webs of manipulations, trying to put other people in them, right? So to keep up with their manipulation tactics, they're constantly adjusting it. So that constantly makes them inconsistent as they're adjusting and very reactive to their environment in an effort to try to control it, okay? The third thing, to keep you off balance. Just think about it. Isn't it hard to understand a person that acts one way, then acts another way, that's blowing hot and blowing cold? It is easy to understand their dysfunction, but, trying to figure out what they're doing, where they're coming from, it keeps a person off balance. And people that are that have been in abusive situations, this is one of the ways that their abusers, control them, by blowing hot and cold, by being good and bad. And it confuses the victim because they're thinking, this person loves me because they did that. Then they did something bad. Now they're doing something good. And it's puzzling the person. Like, does this person care about me or not? And people tend to think that the person does care about them. Okay? So it's a form of abuse, emotional and psychological, and it's to keep you off balance and to keep you wondering about things and uncertain. Number 4 on here, I have to maintain confusion and chaos. How would a narcissist be able to operate when we don't have these things present? They thrive in chaos and confusion, because if you don't know what's going on, you got a different story. You got a different story. No one's knowing what's really going on. So if they're keeping you confused, that means they're keeping you from the truth. And that is certainly their agenda. They don't want you to know the real deal, because then you would have the upper hand, you would understand what was going on, and you'd be able to combat them. All right. And lastly, I have on here, because they're constantly morphing. They're chameleons. So if I have to be this for this person, and I have to be that for that person, and I have to be that for that person, they're constantly changing their false persona in front of whoever they're in front of, so that that person can think they're something that they're not. So they're constantly changing. So they're consistently inconsistent. That's why you can hang out with the narcissist and they act one way. On Facebook, they're acting like a gangster. Then they're over here with their family acting like a good Samaritan. Then they're with their boys acting like the Playboy of the Year. Then they're, at work. So it's just constantly morphing. And they're all getting a different version of that narcissist, chances are. Whatever that narcissist wants them to perceive about them. So I hope this has answered your question. Welcome everyone that is new to the channel. If you haven't done so yet, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the bell so that you'll be notified. Check my description for coaching if you're interested in my books. And everybody else, have a beautiful day and continue to do the work, guys. Take care until next time.